Kenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your February 2nd, your Thursday evening cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by Idaho Livestock. They have semen available from DCS Justified 216J. He is the bull pictured below. He was the national champion percentage Aberdeen bull in Denver. He has a calving ease direct EPD of plus 16.8, a birth weight EPD of negative 4.2, weaning weight plus 40, yearling weight plus 51, and milk plus 16. You'll be sure to sleep easy calving your first calf heifers to this bull. Idaho Livestock also has calving ease bulls for sale. Go ahead and check out Idaho Livestock at idlivestock.com or go ahead and contact Program Manager Dean Pike at 303-810-7605. So for those of us who were not able to or chose not to attend CattleCon down in New Orleans this week, Drovers has reported that NCBA has announced their 2023 policy priorities. The organization plans to focus on advancing animal disease preparedness, protecting voluntary conservation programs, and defending producers from regulatory overreach. According to NCBA President-elect Todd Wilkinson of South Dakota, NCBA's focus is helping to create opportunity for America's cattle producers and fighting to make sure the federal government does not hurt the industry. He went on to say that one of the biggest opportunities to help cattle producers in the coming year is by passing the 2023 Farm Bill, with continued investment in our national vaccine bank to protect the U.S. cattle herd against foot and mouth disease. NCBA is laser focused on reducing risk when it comes to foot and mouth disease and having the strongest response with a stockpile of vaccines on hand. Successful Farming has reported, as most of us have heard by now, the U.S. beef cow herd has dropped to its lowest level since 1962, according to USDA's inventory report that was released earlier this week. As a result of this decline in numbers, meat prices are expected to continue their upward trajectory. According to Rich Nelson, chief strategist for Allendale, the industry and consumers are going to be dealing with some sharp beef supply declines for the next 3 consecutive years, and therefore higher beef prices. Nelson said there will be no help for consumers in coming years. Rabobank reported cattle producers will not make meaningful progress in rebuilding the U.S. herd until 2025 at the earliest. It's going to require a shift in profitability for producers and also wetter weather to break the trend of liquidating cow herds. In 2022, 13.4% of the U.S. cow herd was culled, a record, according to Rabobank. States that saw some of the biggest reductions in cow herd numbers over the past year include Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Kansas. This update is also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you want to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is definitely the way to go. They're going to be hosting a school in Mount Vernon, Illinois on February 24th and 25th. If you're in that area, I encourage you to check them out. And if you want to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That's the number 5 in there, or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. Bloomberg has reported Impossible Foods is planning to lay off as much as 20% of its workforce. The fake meat company is based out of Redwood City, California, and they employ about 700 workers. Plans for this round of layoffs follows another round of layoffs that occurred back in October of last year when Impossible cut about 6% of its workforce. News of the layoffs come as somewhat of a surprise as the company has recently released statements regarding its financial stability. For example, Impossible Foods posted a better than 50% increase in retail sales growth in 2022. With that being said, supermarket sales of refrigerated meat alternatives on average have fallen 15% by volume year over year as of January 1st. As we can all recall, Impossible's chief rival, Beyond Meat, has also reduced their workforce in recent months. That is all I have for you guys for news today, and that will be my last update with Cattle News Central. I have decided to, pursue some other opportunities. So I want to thank all of you for following along for the past couple years. It has been an absolute pleasure reporting the news and getting to know some of you along the way. And I also want to thank all the sponsors that have been with me over the last few years. Without you guys, this production would not have been possible. So with that, I hope you all take care. And again, thank you all for tuning in. I'll catch you later.